Chair of the city's Economic Development Committee and Chair of the city's Investment Committee, a company called Invest Toronto. So my responsibility is to work with the other 44 members of council, including the mayor, or 45 of us, to set the rules and policies and laws in Toronto that governs the 2.8 million people who reside here. But I'll go way, way back. I, at one point, was you. So I'm looking at my past, and I hope that you're looking at your future. I'm one of those guys that loved hockey as well and played very basic hockey, not as good as my son. This is my son, Jonathan. And he's a much better player than I ever was or ever could dream to be. And that's a really good thing, because each and every one of you, your parents want you to be the best that you can be, and hopefully all the things that your parents have done, you will be able to excel beyond what they've been able to achieve. Because that's the whole generational progression that we as parents want for our children. I wanted to come this morning because when I look at the young people who are involved in sports, and yourselves, hockey, and I'm sure you play other sports as well, that's extremely important. It's great for your mind, it's great for your body. But what's additionally important as well is that you are focused on education and your responsibility to be able to read and write and do all those really cool things as well that schools brings you. So there is a dimensional requirement for you to balance the interests. Sports and athletics is extremely important, but additionally, education is also extremely important. I don't have to tell you about listening to your mom and dad and so on, and making sure you clean up your room and so on. You know all that because your parents talk to you about that. But what is really important is that the element of sports is a vehicle to other opportunities for life. I reference the fact that I'm a city councillor and I do all these interesting things. So each and every one of you will also be doing all those interesting things. The key thing, though, is that you have to prepare yourself for those opportunities. So while you use sports as a vehicle to help your mind develop and help your body develop, it's also important to ensure that you focus on education, focus as well on a couple of really cool things that you have to do. There's a responsibility for you as individuals to be able to be a part of your community, to be able to volunteer, to be able to do really good things, and take a path that's going to lead you not simply about financial success, but to lead you to be good people, to make sure that your mom and dad and the community are proud of you, but more importantly, to make sure that you are proud of yourself. So I want to basically encourage you to aspire, to dream. Yeah, to dream for the NHL, but also ensure that you complement that with your education and your focus as well, to be really good Torontonians, or if you're not from the city of Toronto, beyond, wherever you're from, to be really good in your community and your neighborhood. It's extremely important. So I know the investment that's being made into you, not so much about money, but the time and effort to ensure that you as the next generation of leaders are going to get the tools that you need, going to get, obviously, the nutritional nurturement that you need from your parents to be able to develop and so on, and as well from the community as a whole. So I want to encourage each and every one of you that while you're on the ice, that's part of the process in terms of your development. So there are many other things as well that you're going to do, many other things you're going to excel at. Here's the other thing that you need to do as well. Every person that's with you in this room and beyond, you need to also figure out how you can work with them, how you can collaborate with them to do positive things. There is a number of things that are taking place, particularly for young people. The notion of bullying that takes place in schools and beyond. If you see that happening, don't be part of that. Be part of the solution, where you actually help those who are being bullied, as well as helping those individuals who are the bullies, to help them to understand that you need to work together, you need to collaborate, you need to focus. So I'm looking at you as my past, hoping for the best for you in the future. But you have in your hands, if you look at your hands, I get you to look at your hands, and tell me what you see in your hands. Limes? Anybody see anything else? A bird mark, okay. So let me tell you, your hands, in your hands, if you look at your hands, your future is in your hands. That's what's in your hands. And what you do today and tomorrow will actually speak volumes of that. So I want to thank you very much for the opportunity to be able to say hello to you. And I want to encourage you to work hard, not only for hockey, but everything else that you do, education and the community as a whole. And also be very respectful to your mom and dad, as well as the community and all of your coaches and so on. So thank you very much for the opportunity to see you.